Welcome to this week's vlog. I was not planning on starting it in the car, but it was quite hectic at home this morning and I got stuck on 2 phone calls. I went to the post office to post orders. I got chatting to a friend and suddenly I was like, crikey O'Reilly, I have got to get ready in record time. I seem to be quite good at doing that. And I also needed to paint my nails, fingers and toes. I got into bed last night about 11. I was like, drat, I forgot to do a manicure and pedicure, which is so annoying. So I actually managed to do that this morning, but I couldn't vlog from home. Gus so sweetly helped me get into the car. He was like, Mummy, do you want me to start the engine too? I got him to fill my water bottle. I got him to do my seatbelt up because my nails were still tacky. And I got him to help me. It was so funny, bless him. He's very obliging. But I am here without my husband for the first time ever, which feels a little bit weird. And he was going to drop me off, and then I saw the forecast and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to drive. I'm just going to drive and have a lovely day, not drinking. Like, you don't always need to drink, and I quite like being independent and having my car. And with the forecast as it is, I was like, do you know what, I might get really cold, I might get really wet, and I might want to leave early, so just drive yourself, Charlie. So that is what I have done. I'm here with Ridley London. I am wearing another one of Camilla's exquisite dresses, which I shared with you briefly in the end of last week's vlog. I will get proper pictures taken today. My hat is Camilla Rose millinery, and then my earrings, which you guys have seen before if you've been here for a while, are Charlotte Knapman. And I've gone necklaceless, which is the first time ever. I just felt like I didn't need anymore, and sometimes, well, not sometimes, always less is more. So that is what I've gone for. Oh, my car is telling me that the engine's going to shut down. I've got my grandmother's clutch. I had a little bit of a try on last night before getting into bed with Simon, which is probably why I forgot to do my nails. I've got clutch, I've got pashmina, I have got an umbrella. So let's go racing. I've gone for wedges. LK Bennett, really old wedges. I don't know, I've probably had them for 15 years at least, maybe even longer, because stilettos are tricky to walk in, and I thought actually it doesn't matter if these get wet and like ruined and the weather's awful. And I knew that I would have a little bit of a walk from where I parked the car to where I need to go, and I was like, we're going for comfort rather than anything else. So I'm going to tuck my handbag in the back. I've got everything in here that I could possibly need, so let's go racing. So we are having a really lovely day here, but look at those black clouds behind me. The weather is not looking so good. It's been amazing, it's been utterly glorious, but now the black clouds are looming. They're coming in, and I think we're about to get very, very wet. Well, that was like a storm like no other. My head is still relatively dry, but my dress is actually dripping. I feel like I have wet myself. We huddled under this umbrella with another 2 umbrellas, and we just had to ride out as best we possibly could, utterly drenched. The other girls have just gone in to try and dry their dresses with a hand dryer. I'm staying here. I've got Mark's camera bag and the champagne. The champagne, very important, although I'm not drinking. Although I have had half glass, needs must, and all of that. But literally, I've never been in a storm like that ever before. It was utterly like biblical rain. There are a few other survivors out here that this guy here, I don't know if you could see, is soaking wet. But anyway, Camilla's calling me, so I'll chat to you later. Oh my goodness, she has passed the vetting. Seriously, seriously exciting. And the whole thing life is so funny. It's so funny how it works. The twists and turns are just extraordinary. So she's Indy's horse. Indy teaches Coco, and she's been right there under our nose whilst we've been looking and trying lots of other horses. And I chatted to Indy about 10 days ago. It was just before we went to Guernsey, and we were umming and ahhing, and we were talking, and I just told her that this other horse had failed the vetting, and she said, in fact she didn't say anything on the phone. She said, I'll put my thinking cap on. And then she sent me a message and said, I do have a horse that might suit. I won't be offended at all if you don't like her, but the way that Coco's riding in some of the videos that you've shown me, I think actually they could be the right match. And so we went to try her before we went to Guernsey, and Indy was like, they've just clicked, they get on really well. Then we took her cross country a few days ago, and then Mike, our vet, vetted her today, and Mike is notoriously difficult at passing horses. Like, he is really you know, he's failed a few for me, put it that way. And yeah, she's passed, and with flying colours, and Mike's like, she is the perfect horse for Coco. And it's just so funny that she's been here all along. And Coco and her just gel. I even cantered her, which is completely unheard of for me, in my Converse, in my cut-off trousers, wearing Coco's hat and no back protector. It's totally unheard of. She's an absolute poppet, and she's coming to join the family. But what's so lovely is she is just up the road, and Coco is going away with a school friend, and Indy was like, well, she can come to you and then she can come back, and Indy's going to be teaching Coco anyway, and obviously she knows the mare inside out. So it's so funny how things work out. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And Indy said, you know, Coco's riding has come on leaps and bounds in the time that she hasn't been riding Molly to now trying lots of different horses. And also, I think possibly the amount of time that Coco has spent watching horse TV and watching riders, you know, top riders, all sorts of riders, because she watches badminton TV, Burley TV, Clip My Horse, Horse and Country. Like, that is Coco, what Coco is passionate about. And yeah, I think it really helps your riding when you're tuning in and watching carefully, you know, how it's done. And yeah, watching her going cross country, we also I sent the videos to another friend who's a vet, and he was like, well, obviously the horse and rider have got a really great connection. It'll be interesting to see how she goes with your daughter. And I was like, well, that is my daughter. And he was like, well, that's just, I was like, it's the second time she's ridden her. And he was like, well, that's your answer, isn't it? So it's very, very exciting. Yeah. I am now just popping to the Country Brocante. Should have been there hours ago, but Mike was very thorough with the vetting, so it went on for like hours. And yeah, so we're going to go and pop there. I have left Gus is marking out because he's desperate for some pocket money. Coco's actually doing some homework, and I've left them. Archer's away with a friend at the moment, so I've left them in charge. I'm going to go and have an hour or so just mooching around, and I will share snippets of you. But it's such an exciting day. I can't quite believe it. Finally, we have found a new horse for Coco, and it's local and it's known to us, and it's the same farrier. It's really, really lovely. And Molly is going in for her surgery next week, so you know, hopefully that goes well, and we will just see what happens, and I'll keep you posted. But yeah, so there's a lot going on, but it is so exciting that we found a new horse, and Coco can get out and compete and have fun and get to know her and what have you. So that is really exciting. So a very positive day. Right, let's go to the Country Brocante and have a little wander around, and thank goodness it's not yesterday, because those stalls would have been absolutely battered with the awful weather. I had a hot bath when I got back last night, and then we had a couple of friends of Simon's came over for a drink and a catch up and a natter, which was really lovely. And then I spent the rest of the evening editing before going to bed, not as early as I hoped, because my computer had a moment on me and decided not to play ball, so I had to restart it at about 11 p.m. last night. So it ended up being quite a long day, and I was wide awake at 5, probably worrying about the vetting. I was trying to be like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, don't worry about it. But she's an absolute puppet, and yeah, really excited. And it was lovely seeing Mike really positive as well, because he's a negative Nelly, that vet, but he's good, and he's a great vet, and I think he's going to be relieved that I'm not pestering him about horses and sending him videos saying, what do you think? Because it's all agreed. I don't know when she'll come to us, but it's terribly exciting. And yes, right, let's go and have a mosey round. And I think I was supposed to be meeting a friend there, but I think I probably will have missed her because she was there a bit earlier, so I don't know if she'll still be there. So let's go and hope that she is, because I want to have a big hug with her. So a very happy time at the Country Brocante, absolutely loved it, met some amazing people, really fun, and a quick whiz round. I tried to film snippets of it to share with you guys. I don't think I did the best job, so apologies. It's because I was chatting too much, but I did get a few things, and I'm now here actually at Bellman's car park. I'm meeting Simon here, and we're going to go and look at a couple of things together that are coming up at auction next week. So I have always really wanted a gold bracelet, and Simon was like, let's just see what Bellman's have got, and they've got 2 that I really like the look of, so we're going to go and have a quick look at them. And yeah, that's what we're doing, but I'm going to share with you what I got at the Country Brocante. So this is a doorstop. This company, I'll leave them linked on the screen because I didn't get a business card from them. Mousekin.com, and they're made from samples and remnants by it's a non-profit organisation, and it's a charity. And this I thought would be a perfect doorstop. We've got a wooden doorstop, but I need a second doorstop into the snug, and so that is perfect for it. They also do really cute mice, but I wanted something quite small, and so I've gone with that. And it's this beautiful like green fabric. So that came home with me. I just slipped it into my handbag, and then I got a few other bits. This is some jasmine tea, which just smells divine. Albion tea. Loved chatting to Angela. It's a new business, and this jasmine tea smells amazing. They also have a really lovely Earl Grey and lavender, which also smells amazing. But I am a sucker for a jasmine tea, and I cannot wait to try this. It just smells amazing. And I find like jasmine and lemon and peppermint and chamomile tea. I find them really soothing. I mean, it slightly depends on the mood and the time of day as to when I have them. Jasmine is just something, in fact, I'm going to go home and make myself a jasmine tea, so that is lovely. Then, opposite Vanessa Rose, I had such a good catch up with Vanessa Rose. I love her and her hairbands, and she does really beautiful hairbands for children as well. Such a great selection. Was Yakeley papers, and I bought various things from them in the past. I've got one of their pen pots and tissue holders and things like that, and I thought this was actually going to be perfect on my desk, and I thought it would work really well with the colours in the drawing room. It's a very blue room, so I thought yellow would just add a pop of elegance and colour. So that has come home with me. And then I think one last thing, I've been looking for a pair of these for yonks. I actually bought a pair that was so uncomfortable I let the dogs chew them. That's awful, isn't it? But you've got to be comfy or you're not going to wear them. And these, people are going to think I'm a weirdo talking to myself in my car, but the door's open because it's actually a bit hot and I'm wearing jeans. This weather's a bit funny today. These are a little bit wide for me because I've got really narrow feet, but actually they'll be perfect with socks. They have got cork bases which come out so you can clean them. The guy showed me how you can take them out, and trust me, they do. They sort of mould to your feet and they're very comfy. You've got to make sure that they're the right length for you, and if they're too big, they're uncomfy. You've got to scrunch your toes up to keep them on, and if they're too small, they're uncomfy too because you're getting off the back. But I think these would be perfect to keep by the back door, just to slip on when I let the dogs out, when I go and do the hens in the morning, things like that. Just really, really useful rather than putting on full boots. So I got those. They were from Dan Cooper Garden, and he had a really wonderful selection of gardening things. I could have got quite carried away, but I didn't need anything, so I'm trying to be not buying stuff for the sake of buying stuff. Only buy stuff if you really, really need it and it's useful. And I got, yeah, that's Dan's card. And then Alba had some really, really beautiful handmade jewellery, really beautiful. A bracelet caught my eye, and I thought, come and see these bracelets and then see. They're actually made of brass, I think she said brass. Really, really pretty. One had blackberries on either end, and I rather like that one, but I thought, no, think about it, don't rush, because it's coming here. But to see these, and I think best not to be impulsive. Take a moment to make your decision, don't rush. So that is what I got at the Country Brocante. A very, very happy afternoon. Now I'm going to meet my husband, who is due to turn up at any second. Go and have a quick look around Bellman's with him. I will share some snippets with you as long as it's not too busy in there, because if it is busy then it's tricky to film. But I'm going to go and have a quick look. Pop my doorstop. Very, very pleased with this. I've needed a doorstop. Pop that in a bag and go and have a little look around Bellman's. Good morning. I didn't talk to you after Bellman's, and actually it was almost impossible. It was impossible to film in Bellman's because they've got strip lighting and it comes across on the camera as flashing, and it's just, yeah, really, really, really bad for you. Whenever I filmed at Bellman's before, I've gone the day before the preview and they've turned the lights off for me, so I couldn't get them to turn the lights off because there were quite a few people there. So I didn't share. I did take a few clips, but I don't know if I'm going to actually put them in because it's just really not great. And it often, you know, some shops, and you know, the lighting will just flicker really badly on the camera, so it's not good viewing. But lovely to pop into Bellman's. So many beautiful things. I tried both the bracelets on that I had seen online, and actually I didn't like them. They're pretty, but they weren't for me. So not putting a bid on, but really, really lovely. to go and have a little wander around and meet Simon there. And then I came home and had a terrible headache. I think I'd got I think the relief that the horse had passed the vet, I just suddenly came out with a really bad head. So I actually had a lie down, had a rest before doing supper. Coco had a friend staying last night. In fact, she's still staying. But we had lovely supper. I just did chicken with spinach and like a sort of parmesan-y creamy sauce, really yummy. And then I made some flapjacks and some Rocky Road for today. Today we have got we're going to a charity clay shoot, and Simon said that I've got to shoot. They need me to make up a team, and I am terrible. So anyway, we will see how that goes. I'm okay with a rifle, and I did a lot of pistol shooting in the pony club when I was in the triathlon team, but I'm not great with a shotgun. I'm terrible. So that will be interesting. Apparently there's somebody there that can help me, so I'm putting my best foot forward, and I'm like, yes darling, if you need me to make up a team, I'll do it, with my flapjacks and with my Rocky Road. And actually Simon's got a really old friend, and they go back way back. He's popping over this morning with his family, and then we've got the clay pigeon shoot this afternoon. So that is lovely. So I'm up early and ready for the day. I'm just going to wear this and actually my shuffle gilet. I'm going to wear this, it's a Bowden shirt with my jeans, and then this little bit of padding. I might even need a bit more padding. I love this gilet. A little bit of a puff, so I'm looking feminine. It's just so pretty. Love the shape. So I'm going to wear that for today with a cap and with, I don't know what on my feet, maybe just my Converse. We will see. So that is coming with me. I also had an H&M order that arrived yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you. I love H&M, and I always have a look this time of year. Like twice a year, I'm trying to remember, like note to self, remember swimwear. H&M's swimwear is amazing, and I missed the boat this year. You need to go late winter, very early spring. Otherwise, they've sold out of your sizes. But their swimwear is amazing and really affordable and lasts well. It's actually really good quality. I've got a few of my favourite swimsuits that I've had for years from H&M. But the other thing that I get is long sleeve white tops, but you need to buy them right now for the winter. So I'm going to share with you what I got. I also bought this shirt, which I love. It's got gorgeous white collar, lovely cotton and pretty cuffs. So that has arrived. I take a size small in H&M's shirts. Their shirts are amazing, and the cotton, I think their cotton is getting better. I also bought, I wasn't going to share these with you, only because I've actually worn them. I wore them last night. They are the softest cotton. These are their pyjamas. It's blue and white stripe, shorts, but a long sleeve top. The cotton, I actually had to look at the label to check the fabric. It's 100% cotton, but it's so soft, just gorgeous. Love those. Actually tempted to get a second pair. They're that comfy. Now the thing that you need to get right now is long sleeve white tops. In the winter, I'm always asked, where do you get your tops from? I get them from H&M, and I have ordered a few of these. I think, don't quote me on it, they're £8.99. They are, let's check the label. They're very soft, and I wear them under all of my polo necks. 95% cotton, 5% elastane, but they feel so beautiful. I also have my Intimissimi base layers, which are cashmere, but these I wear for workouts. I wear them all the time. You will see me on repeat in the winter wearing these, and you know, they do get a little bit tired, so I will have like ones that I wear to do the horses in and ones that I wear to go out in. And I also got this colour, which is a sort of creamy, I'll show you together and you can see the difference. It's creamy, which I just thought was a really lovely colour too, and it's ribbed. So stock up on those while they have the sizes and while they're in stock. So that is my little haul from H&M. I might actually go and see about another pair of pyjamas, because those are gorgeous. Anyway, that is what I got. So I got 2 of the white ones, 1 of the creamy ones. Desperate to get my hair cut. It's gone all, it needs a good off it. But the Dyson Airwrap I am really, really loving. I've swapped back to the Living Proof. I love this one, but this one gives you a little bit more hold and oomph, and because it's got that little bit longer, it's a little bit harder. It's kind of a little bit it's just dropping quicker than it would be because it's just got a little bit more weight in it, and this just gives you a little bit more hold than this one, although this one smells divine, and this one when my hair is shorter is absolutely perfect. But I use this one for styling it for Goodwood because I did an updo very badly. I need to maybe watch some tutorials. I just put a lot of product in. In fact, I used that and then I used a lot of this, and I just did a kind of twisty, popped it over kind of like that, and then a lot of Kirby grips and a lot of hairspray, and then I put my hat on, and then I put a lot more hairspray, and the weather was so awful, but I managed to keep my head dry because I don't know what would have happened if rain had got on that amount of hairspray. I would have ended up some sort of horrid sticky mess of products. I actually had to shampoo my hair twice the following morning to get all of the hairspray and this out, but that is what I did. So anyway, Dan is coming in a few days' time to give us all a haircut and trim. Dan is our hairdresser. He has been coming to the house here, well not here, but at home for us, previous house, since Gus was a baby. So a very, very long time. I don't have my hair coloured yet. There are greys sneaking in there, but so far this is all my natural colour. And he doesn't even shampoo it. He just spritzes it down, cuts it, and I'm done. And that's quite low maintenance. In fact, I don't think Simon realises how low maintenance I am. I don't go off and have facials. I have my wonderful friend Jo who comes here to give me a massage from time to time when I'm in absolute agony. I don't go off to the beauty salon to have my nails done. I do go and have my legs waxed and have those done, because otherwise I don't get around to doing it myself and they get disgusting. So that is my once a month thing. And then yeah, the hairdresser comes, does the whole family in one go, which is just perfect. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him and having a good catch up. He's coming in a couple of days, and yeah, tomorrow we are going to Coco's godmother's, one of my oldest, dearest friends, for lunch. They live up in Oxfordshire. We've been trying to get a date in the diary forever, and I just said we'll drive to you. Her children are younger, and I said it's easier for us just to jump in the car and come up. And so Di is going to be in charge of the animals, and we are just jumping in the car. I'm going to go and have a really, really wonderful day with them, and I cannot wait. Huge hugs, lots of laughter, and seeing them. Yes, so it's a busy, very sociable weekend. I need to go down and actually make another batch of flapjacks. Okay, so it's a little bit like a madhouse here right now, but flapjacks. 200 grams of soft brown sugar, 200 grams of unsalted butter, 200 grams of golden syrup. The secret magic ingredients is a teaspoon of black treacle. It is not essential, but it adds an extra layer of deliciousness, which I think is rather essential. It was a little hack I learnt from my mother all those years ago. So that goes in, melt that gently on a low heat, and then add in 400 grams of oats. Don't go for the jumbo oats, go for porridge oats because it makes it so much easier to slice up. And then here is a flapjack that I made earlier. Utterly delicious. I could gobble that up. That's one I made last night. I am also going to add in some mixed seeds. That's going on there. Simon's about to come in. What have you been doing outside, darling?
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. A dog poo?
To do with dogs in a shower.
Dogs in a shower. Dog poo. Simon's in charge of that job. So 400 grams of oats, maybe just shy of 400 grams. Oh, no. That's not just shy, but it's fine. I'm going to add in a shake of mixed seeds, and then the rest of the mixed seeds in my mixed seed jar, because I like to keep some of these. I actually got these out of my granola making box. So I still supply granola to our village shop. I don't sell it online anymore because I actually couldn't keep up with the orders. I would love to find a manufacturer that could manufacture my granola for me. So I'm just putting that out there. If any of you guys know of somebody that would like to manufacture my granola, I would love to find that, but I haven't found anyone yet. So I just can only make enough to supply the village shop. So that is what I do. Right, once it's melted, add that in, pop it in a lined baking tray with baking paper, and bake for about 25 minutes at 160. So write all of that down. Best ever flapjacks, utterly delicious. My mother was queen of the flapjacks. She always had a tin of flapjacks. Whenever we went off to a horsey competition, she would have a tin of flapjacks and a thermos of tea and a wicker basket, and that was my mum, and that's where I've got it from. So anyway, it's a great recipe, and I am now going to quickly whiz around the kitchen because our friends are due here in about 1 minute's time. Very happy day at the clay shoot. It was really, really fun. Lovely just to kind of sit outside and chat and be. There was, I don't know, maybe 8 teams, and it was really, really, really fun. A happy day. I am useless at shooting clays. I mean, absolutely useless, but I gave it a go. Tom, I'll insert a picture of Tom and I here, is just such a good teacher, and so kind. We've known him for many years, and he's a real pro and expert, but I'm pretty useless. I do apologise, Tom, I'm sorry. I just feel when I put my head in the air and look up, it makes me feel sick. I don't know what it is. And when you feel sick, you don't really want to try and see something that's moving quite fast in the air and try and aim and shoot it. So I'm just not a natural when it comes to that, but we had a lot of fun. It was lovely to see Gus having a go, and yeah, happy, fun, and raised a bit of money for charity, so that was lovely. We have a full house of children. I'm just taking the dogs out for a little walk and then feeding them supper, doing all of that jazz. Simon's unpacking the car, and a very, very happy day. And then I feel like flopping on the sofa this evening and maybe watching a movie. What's the time? 20 to 7. I think it might be a movie in order tonight. And then tomorrow we are heading up to see Coco's godmother. So that will be a lovely, lovely day. But it's a beautiful evening. It's been a beautiful day. Perfect weather, not stiflingly hot, but perfect and lots of fun. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy walking the dogs and then get going. Haven't even quite thought of what's for supper. Might do chicken curry, although we have got steaks. We could have steak and salad and chips or something like that. So that's what is on order. We'll see what everyone feels like when I get back, having taken the dogs for a bit of a leg stretch. Loving this gilet from Shuffle. It's perfect. Just what I needed for today as well. So here I am, it's feeling quite surreal. I'm up at Indy's and Coco is having her first lesson on her new horse, which is really, really exciting. They hacked yesterday and what else have they done? I don't know. They've done a few bits and pieces, but Indy is giving Coco a lesson, just flat work, and she's such a lovely horse. Really feeling so excited for Coco and for their journey together. It's really, really lovely to watch them. And Fifi's staying here at the moment. She might come to us for a couple of days and then come back to Indy while Coco's away on holiday and then come back to us. But we just need, well, Molly's at the vet's. I'm not sure when Molly's coming back. I just need to kind of work out the logistics. I'm waiting for the vet to call, so I've kind of been on tenterhooks all day waiting for that phone call to see how she's getting on. So it's one of those days, but it's lovely to stand up here and watch Coco riding Fifi. Oh boy, I've tried to talk to you so many times today and it's just gone wrong. I was talking to you when I moved Tori into a little paddock just by the house, and our neighbour came. She caught me vlogging. I'd put my camera on the gate and I was chatting away, and then I heard somebody behind me, and then I ended up chatting to her for about 40 minutes. There was no time to vlog. I had to jump in the car and go into mummy mode, and today has just been a bit full on. In fact, I haven't vlogged for the last couple of days at all. I haven't been very well. Had a bug. Felt absolutely hideous. I didn't get out of bed till lunchtime yesterday, and I wanted to take it kind of slow today. I mean, I haven't been frantic. Have I been frantic? Been slightly frantic. Coco has announced that she's had her perfect day, apart from stress about Molly, which I will tell you about in a minute. But she's going away at the weekend and needed to get a few bits and pieces. So I took her shopping this morning for some holiday essentials, and then she had a riding lesson with Indy on Fifi, the new horse, which is really exciting. And then Dan, the hairdresser, came and has cut everybody's hair and done Coco's hair, and I finally agreed that she could have a few highlights. So she's a very happy bunny. We've had news from the vet about Molly, and the operation has gone well. Molly is recovering well, and that is all good. But she did find a few more things than she was hoping to find when she went into the stifle with keyhole, and it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game, and she thinks, you know, probably in about 9 months' time we will know, and it's going to be a long kind of rehab process and a waiting game. So, you know, we will see. I know a lot more obviously following today, and yeah, it could have been worse, it could have been better. It's in that kind of scenario, so we will just see. And she can, if she does well tonight and is fine tomorrow morning, then she can come home tomorrow afternoon. If not, she'll stay in another night and come home on Thursday. Is it Thursday? I don't even know what the day of the week is. No, Friday. In fact, I don't even know what day of the week is. It's Tuesday. She could come home on Thursday. That is how out of sorts I've been. I literally, you know, when you just feel really, really hideous, it knocks you for six, and then you're kind of in mummy mode. And Gus has been playing cricket. I had a meeting with the vicar. I've been kind of rushing all day. Then the hairdresser came. Anyway, it's been one of those days, and I have been horribly anxious about Molly. And, you know, having an operation as a big animal is always really risky, and it was kind of like, she's lame and she can't be ridden, we have to give it a go, otherwise, you know, what are our options? But I have been really anxious all day, and the vets have been amazing. They phoned first thing, they phoned this afternoon, as soon as she'd come round from the anaesthetic, and then the vet called late afternoon, and gave me a full rundown, and was really helpful. She said, I'll call you again in the morning, we'll chat it through again, which is brilliant. And she's liaising, so she's a surgeon, she's liaising with Mike, our vet, and yeah, so that's kind of where we are. But I have been feeling horribly anxious, and it's good to kind of have a day. Thank goodness I wasn't in bed today feeling ghastly, worrying. I've just been kind of busy and distracted as much as possible. But it was nice having a girly trip with Coco, and I got a few things in the sale for the boys, which was perfect. And then she had such a great lesson with Indy on Fifi, and that's really exciting, and you know, something really positive to focus on. And hopefully we can get Molly sound for me to ride her, and comfortable and out of pain, and that is like best case. So yeah, we will see, but it's time, patience, and yeah, lots of rehab. So we will do our absolute best to get her comfortable, and she's in great hands. I've had a few people say, what are you going to do about stables? We've only got 2. So actually Nigel came this evening, and I know I've got a plan. I have a plan, so don't worry, there will be a 3rd stable for Tori. She's not going anywhere. And yeah, Fifi's not rushing to come here at the moment. She might come for a night this week, but Coco's away, and yeah, we're just kind of playing it by ear. And it's just so convenient that she's up the road, and we know Indy really well. I've known Indy's family for a long time, so it's good, but it's been anxious and horrid and stressful. And I tried to talk to you this morning, and then I think I talked to you briefly when Coco was having her riding lesson, which I will pop in here. But lovely seeing her. They started with flat work. They ended up with a little bit of a jump at the end. The horse can jump. She's great, and really easy and straightforward to do on the ground. So I hope when she comes here, she's as easy and as straightforward. But yeah, it's lovely seeing Coco with a big grin on her face. She's done a couple of show jumping rounds this year and 1 hunter trial. And, you know, her passion is riding. She doesn't do team sports. Riding is her thing. And yeah, she's had a lot. But anyway, lots of disappointment. But hopefully this is the start of a really, really exciting partnership. I'm going to try and have a really early night. Simon's just gone to pick up Gus from cricket. I need to blitz the kitchen. I actually got supper ready for Si and Gus when they get back. I've got Florence literally at my feet, on her back, wagging her tail. Like, mummy, what about me? What about me? The neediest little sausage. Little Sussex. Here she is. We're going to have a bath this week, aren't we? Yes, we are. Now Mummy's feeling a bit better. You need a bath. You do, darling. Yes, you do. You do. You just wanted to come and have a snuggle, didn't you? You did. So anyway, I will keep you posted tomorrow. I am going to have a bath. I'm going to have an early night. I am absolutely wiped out, but it's very nice to have. My hair has been tied up most of the day. It's very nice to have had a little bit of a snip. It was getting long, it was getting straggly, and it was really bugging me. So we've had a snip. And Dan said that he could see lots of new growth coming through. The Dyson is an absolute hit. So that is good. And yes, buonanotte. And I will chat to you all tomorrow. Well, it's been a busy day. Thank goodness I'm feeling a lot better. I got the phone call from the vet this morning to say that Molly had a really good night and we could pick her up. So I've just picked her up. She's in her stable. Tori's in a little panic over there and they are making a bit of noise to one another. I'm hoping that Molly settles because I don't want to have Tori on box rest the entire time that Molly is. But we're just playing it by ear. But this morning was hectic. The children had a few friends over who stayed for lunch, and then the neighbours popped in, and there just seemed to be a knock at the door permanently, so I haven't chatted to you guys. But Simon and I have been invited to an art exhibition in London. So I have just sprayed, it's so nice, my hair's cut, it's got a bit of volume. I've just sprayed a little bit of that in, which actually I'm going to take with me. I have put on... what have I put on? I put a little bit of blue eyeliner, my blue eyeliner from Ridley London. This one is actually called Indigo Line, Samantha Deep Indigo Line to Define Eyeliner. I popped a little bit more Freddie on my cheeks. In fact, the vet is calling me. Bear with. Back with you. Just a quick catch up with the vet. So yes, I put a bit of eyeliner on. I've popped a little bit. Now somebody asked me about this. It is definitely Mystery, the Trini eyeshadow that I use. This is pretty much the only one I use. It's this kind of not offensive, slightly it's a bit of a difficult colour to describe, but I've just put a tiny bit on. It just does something. And then I put a bit of Freddie on my cheeks and on my lips. I've poofed up my hair. I have got cream handbag, makeup bits going in there, hairbrush going in there. This dress is very, very low cut, so I've actually just put a white vest on. This is a Ridley London dress. I've just put a white vest on because otherwise my boobs would be on display. And it's a long floor length dress. I've thrown everything over there because I'm in a hurry and I need to leave right now. So we're going to London. I'm going to have a squirt of Acqua di Parma on and grab a pashmina and let's go. So we are up in London, being chauffeur driven by my darling husband. He's just about to drop me at Blue Velvet because we had a little bit of a hiccup with a pair of shoes of mine. Rosie ate them. They got so wet at Goodwood, so I said to me, darling, leave them by the Arca, and Rosie ate them in the morning. So I'm just, in fact, it's almost here, darling. It's here. So if I don't know where you can stop and I'll jump out. But yeah, we had a good journey up to London. I have been working, we've been chatting, and I am about to jump out and go and see if I can get a replacement pair of shoes, hopefully in the sale. So no joy in Blue Velvet, but I'm just walking up to LK Bennett. I have got a jump inside in Marks and Spencer's. It's very nice to be on the King's Road. The weather is perfect. I've been into that shoe shop before. I might go and have a quick look. So I'm in Jonak on the King's Road. I just, was walking past, saw it and came in. Actually not crazy expensive for shoes. I think less than a LK Bennett, and there's lots of different options. So the lady has gone to get me about 4 different pairs to try on. I've also spotted these, although red's not really my colour up top, but it might be for shoes. I just think those, I love the heel on them. So I can have a little bit of a trial. It is unbelievably hot in here. The aircon's not working and it's hotter in here than it is outside. Oh my goodness, that shoe shop is dangerous. It's French, it's new, it's just opened, and their shoes, sorry, the wind is causing havoc. The shoes are just amazing and quite sensibly priced. So I did actually buy 3 pairs. There were 2 in the sale. That's embarrassing. I just got caught vlogging by one of my best friend's daughters who is walking towards me. Anyway, very nice to stop and have a little chat with her. It was so hot in that shop. The mayor of London hasn't approved their aircon yet, and they're a brand new shop, and so it was stiflingly hot in there. But the shoes are amazing. They are French. They're made in Italy, so it's a French company. They're made in Italy. They are very elegant. There is so much choice. They're absolutely beautiful. And I will share with you tomorrow what I got. I haven't bought shoes for a long time, like smart shoes, like trainers and stuff, yes. But 2 were in the sale, and then I couldn't resist. I've been looking for something elegant, comfortable, practical for a very, very long time, and I found them. I'm just walking. I'll stop. And rather self-conscious that I'm talking to you guys whilst walking. I'm just about to pop into Ridley London to get new eyeliner, because actually mine is quite old. It's coming to the end, and I'm going to get a new one. So to do that, and then head to the art gallery for the exhibition. So we've been invited by Anita, and it's Anita's daughter Mia's exhibition, I should say. Expedition, oh my goodness. And I've known Anita for many, many years, in fact, over 17 years, and her daughter is a very, very talented artist. So I'm really looking forward to going and seeing her work. I'm meeting Simon at the Sloane Club. We're going to have a quick drink, and I can brush my hair, sort my face out, and pull myself together, because I've just been rushing around and it's quite hot. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Head into Trinny and then head off. So I've just come to the loos at the Sloane Club to quickly refresh, put some powder on my face, brushed my hair. My husband is in the bar area, just about to go and have a quick drink with him before heading over. I don't know whether to look at you into the phone or look into the mirror. I'm not very good at doing this, so if you guys could let me know in the captions if I should be talking to you or talking to myself in the mirror, that would be super, super helpful. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink with my husband and then wander over. It's walking distance where we've parked the car, so it's perfect. Actually, should I show you the shoes? No, I'm going to show you the shoes at home tomorrow because I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm really excited about them. Anyway, I will see you at the art exhibition. You can tell I have absolutely no idea where to look. I think it's better if I look into the mirror and just talk to myself there. I don't know, but anyway, I feel like I'm a newbie at this, although I've been vlogging for years. Anyway, yes, I need to go and have a drink.
Yeah. But this is quite different. There's a lot of brush work.
Yeah. This is all this and then it's all responses to
Yeah.
and so I just wanted something a bit more with the movement and that. You can kind of see it in this one trick, for example, as well.
Yes.
Where they're starting to kind of move.
Back, having had a lovely evening in London, and I am just hand grazing Molly just by the stables. And see, she's had keyhole up at the top where the white pad is, and then where this black, she's actually got a bandage, and then she's got like a black zipper bandage over the top. She's had her operation there, so she's at home recovering, bless her, the start of a long rehab process to get her hopefully sound and hopefully rideable. That is the aim of the game, but she's very, very pleased to be out having some fresh grass this morning. Luckily, we've got grass all around the stables, so it's absolutely perfect. We haven't had to go very far. So I'm doing morning stables, and Coco's doing the rest of the day, but I'm actually happy to get up early. I was awake at 6. I thought just get up and come and do her. So I've mucked out her stable, and yeah, fed her, and now she's just having a little bit of grass, bless her. So she's very, very happy to be home and eating some grass. This girl is led by her stomach. She absolutely loves her food. And yeah, it's very, very good that she is home. So I promised I would share shoes with you, and I'm going to do that now. But I just thought I'd let you know that when we moved here last summer, I had a massive cull of my wardrobe, shoes, handbags, absolutely everything. I'd kept shoes that I'd had for years, literally since probably my early 20s. And I got rid of a lot and had, well, I had sort of one pair of kind of smartish, summery shoes that Rosie ate. So I've replaced them, but I've actually replaced them with 2 pairs. They were in sale, and this is the first pair. I love them. They look amazing on. They're quite comfortable. I wouldn't say they are really comfy, which is why I ended up getting the second pair, because the second pair are super, super, super comfortable, and I could wear them for like a day at the races. Hang on, it's not that pair. A day at the races. We have a special thing in a few weeks' time, which I will be sharing with you, and part of this was with that in mind. So these ones are unbelievably comfy, and they were both in sale. So that is amazing. And I went onto LK Bennett's website, and it's so much more expensive. So much more expensive. I'll show you in a minute when I show you the next pair. So there are these, which are super, super comfy. So I will probably end up wearing those to begin with, and then changing into these ones. So I'm really, really thrilled with them. And then I wasn't gonna buy another pair, but I spotted these, and the equivalent of these in LK Bennett is £249, and these ones were, doesn't have a price on, £145, which I thought was a really, really good value. Smart work shoes, perfect with jeans and a blouse and a knit, or wear them with a dress, wear them with a skirt. I love the fact that they've got a little bit of a heel and they're not a totally flat ballet pump. I love the colour. I think they're perfect for autumn, winter. I love in the autumn and winter having patent or like leather, so it doesn't matter. If you wear suede and it's raining, your shoes are trashed. Well, I mean, they're not if you proof them, but if it's really, really wet and, you know, horrid winter weather, these will be absolutely fine. And I just thought they were absolutely stunning, elegant, timeless, classic, and a very sensible price for smart shoes. I used to buy a lot of my shoes, as you guys know, I've talked a lot about it before, blue velvet, and I went in there and I was really disappointed. Like they had nothing at all that I wanted to try on for like a summery shoe to replace the ones that Rosie ate. Nothing, not one pair. And there was 4 pairs, maybe 5 pairs in Jonak that I really liked. And then their winter shoes, I actually could have bought about 20 pairs. They are stunning. They have such an amazing collection, which is why I wanted to share them with you, because I love finding a new brand. They have just opened a couple of weeks ago. The shop assistants were super helpful, really, really nice. And I wanted to share those with you. Anyway, gotta fly, but hopefully you like the shoes. So we have brought Coco and Fifi to Coomlands for a lesson with Indy, and oh, they're just about to do first job behind me there, so it's really exciting. This is the first time that I have loaded her up in the trailer and brought her here, and she's an absolute poppet. Coco said it's so nice having one that loads easily, mummy. So very, very exciting day. I'm going to concentrate and enjoy watching their lesson, but she's an absolute poppet. Just a gentle, like little half halt to the canter. Whoa! Okay. We're not going all the way. In here to your double, and this is where I want you to sit down and have our canter and relax it and steady it up to you. Good, that's better. Perfect. Yep. Take your time all the way down here. Good. There, that's it. Think uphill. Think you're trotting up a hill. So look up. Good girl. And everything starts, and you sit back into your saddle and just say, wait, yeah, there you go. Hopefully when you watch the video. So we have brought Fifi home. They had a really, really great lesson. I've just popped her out in this little paddock here. I've just been going through rugs to try and find ones to fit. I've popped one in the washing machine. She's a little bit smaller than Molly, and maybe the same size as Santana, and I've got some of Santana's rugs, so a little bit later on I shall have a try-on session with her. She's an absolute poppet, and I'm really excited that she's part of the family. Another chestnut mare. She's only 6 as well, but she's an absolute poppet, and because she's local, she knows where she is. She hacks past here on a regular basis, so it's really, really exciting. So if you have got to the end of this week's vlog, leave some love for Fifi in the comments. Leave the word Fifi, and I can't wait. Oh, there's Molly. Can't wait to share their adventures over the coming months and years together. But it's wonderful. And Molly, although she's being a little bit noisy now because Fifi's arrived, but she's, you know, in the stable, settling, and hopefully it will be a good recovery. We have to, fingers crossed and lots of prayers that Molly makes a good recovery and I can enjoy hacking out with Coco. That is the plan. So we will see what happens over the coming months. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you have enjoyed this week's video, and lots of love, and have a super weekend.